It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the blind side, the dark side of the new moon. Over here, we really explore the things we cannot see. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon got everything. First, they have all these Capricorn season. I was about to say Sagittarius. They have all the Capricorn season astrology and tarot readings up. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For all the other content that I create, check out the links in the description box. And be sure to check out my website, justjeverything.com. So with this new moon in Capricorn, I've been telling y'all the key word for me this season is sure-footed. And there's something here about stepping up and leading. Step up and lead. Now, new moons are when the sun and the moon are conjunct in the same sign, and the light of the sun blocks out the light of the moon. So technically, the moon is at its weakest and weakest, darkest. But you know what they say, what's done in the dark comes to light. So this is a very important season. This is cardinal, feminine, earth. This is important season to plant seeds. And this is an important time to figure out what it is that you want to initiate and what you're willing to grind for, what you're willing to, not scrounge, I don't know, but like dig deep, dig down. What do you want rooted and grounded in your life? And whatever seeds that you plant, come the full moon in Capricorn in Cancer season, there will be movement, there will be fruition. So, like I said before, because the moon is at its darkest, lowest light, there's blind spots, and hence the blind side, where we explore the dark side of the new moon. So this new moon in Capricorn is happening on Friday, December 23rd at 3:17 a.m. Mountain, 5:17 a.m. Eastern Time, and it's happening at 1 degree Capricorn. And I gotta hit you with the handy dandy. I may do a couple of oracles too. We'll see. And let's look up, this is Elias Lonsdale's Inside Degrees, and his description of the first degree of Capricorn is a canopy bed with curtains, standing on the inside of life, protected and guarded, guided and led, held fast, kept so far back inside that what does express itself is purely a ceremonial display, a formal declaration. The observer or witness empowered to prevail, able to see, to realize, to comprehend the mysteries. Clairvoyance. Keenly sensing and viewing meaning and value, purpose and spirit backbone, so very strongly and steadily directed from within that there is no outer, there is no thing to do. Instead, you center yourself and align with who you truly are, and stalwartly remain in a place of authority and power and inward truth as your statement and the only thing you know. Ooh! Every time. Every fucking time. And I love that he said clairvoyance, period. Capricorns be motherfucking knowing. I say it all the time in all of my sessions. Especially if, people have Capricorn, or when people have Capricorn placements, Mercury's about to retrograde. It's coming. Capricorns are the most slept on intuitives of the zodiac. You have Cancer in your fucking shadow. They have direct access to psychic energy. Same thing with Virgos. Capricorns and Virgos are some of the most slept on intuitives of the zodiac. Clairvoyance, keenly sensing and viewing meaning and value, purpose and spirit bone. I love this. Instead, you center yourself and align with who you truly are and stalwartly remain in a place of authority and power and inward truth as your statement, and the only thing you know. And that's the thing in Capricorn. There's this sure-footedness, but sure-footed in what? What do you need to get sure-footed about? What statement do you need to make? What soapbox do you need to get on? What mountaintop do you need to climb? There's stuff going on here. And I said, sure, not, I said that there's something here about stepping up and leading, but I do recognize not everybody wants to lead. Hey, and I like, I do not begrudge you that. That's your shit. Not everybody wants to lead, but some of you motherfuckers were born to. And you're going to have to break out of that shell. And that's what Capricorn has done. They are the opposite of Cancer, and Cancer will love to go in the shell, but Capricorn has done its work to fucking break its way out. And be in the public and be seen and be great. And it's something they have to work towards, work for. Effort is required. Faith without works is dead. So, hydrate, light it if you got it. As we create a safe space. Our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this new moon, dark moon in Capricorn, 12/23/22. And what I first want to ask, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But what seeds need to be planted? What are the most important seeds that need to be planted? For those watching, ask for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages. Please show us what seeds need to be planted. The card flipped out. Flipped over, I felt it. Ace of Swords reversed. Ooh, and it's interesting because what this feels like instantly is the divine has, I'm probably going to use planting analogies. I am a plant mom, hardcore. It's creating a space. It's the divine has pierced the soil. The divine has pierced the soil in your life. And your crown has been planted. Your greatness has been planted within you, in your life, and it's manifesting. It's getting ready to materialize in your physical day-to-day world. You will be pushed to get out of your comfort zone. And it's this space has been created for this seed to be deposited, and the seed has been deposited, and that's how this feels. The seed's been deposited, and it has to do with your empowerment, your greatness, but it has to do so much with your movement and your willingness to get out of your comfort zone, your willingness to do something different, your willingness to start doing something different, to create structure, to climb. He's going upward where he's going. There is a climb, there is an incline required. So what seeds need to be planted is the information, the knowings, the inner knowings, the information, the powerful conversations, the aha moments, the new information that's come in, the downloads that have come in. It's time to take what has come in from the above and start to plant it into the below, which are your actions, your thoughts, the words you say. You're needing to plant this new idea. You know that things are moving forward. You're needing to plant truth, communication, communicating in an unconventional way, communicating in a way that you haven't before, Some of you, it's like sharing, it's vulnerability. It's like sharing more parts of your life or sharing more parts of yourself, sharing more parts of your process with people, with, you know, an audience, possibly. Some of you, this is a podcast. Some of you, this has to do with technology. This is like write the book, write the story, paint the picture, you know, get the LLC, start the thing. Like, it's time to start the thing. You already know, like, I feel like some of you already have instructions. You already know, like, what you're supposed to be doing. It's time to just do it. And so what I want to check in with next is, how do we step up? What's the best for our greatest and highest good? How can we best step up? I also feel like what seeds need to be planted have to do with your willingness to receive new information and your willingness to receive constructive criticism. Your willingness to check yourself before you wreck yourself. A seed needs to be planted in accountability and in receptivity, and taking tools that Divine's giving you, taking you information that's coming from your elders, people who are wiser than you, who are more experienced than you in some sort of way, even if they're younger than you. It's time to start being willing to share information, to communicate more effectively, or communicate in a way that may feel unconventional, especially in regards to love, and especially in regards to like soulmate shit, in regards to your kids, in regards to this Cancer, Pisces, or person with this Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, in regards to what you don't want, what you need to sever, what needs to be pruned. Some of you, the seed you need to plant is like, it's time to prune some of these fucking dead leaves, some of these dead connections. Some of these like dead knowings. Like, you know you want better, you know you want this, you know, blah, blah, blah. So what are we doing? Yeah. So how to step up. What's going on with how to step up? Please show us for our greatest and highest good. How can we step up in life? What actions need to be taken in order to step up? My heart is racing. I feel like, you know, there could just be something about the pace, moving fast or not. The Magician reversed. A couple of other cards came up, but they didn't fall over, so I'm not going to look at them. But how do we step up? Well, the first thing that comes up is say less. Observe more. Let people talk. People out here telling on themselves all the time, especially if they have Gemini or Virgo placements. Let people talk. Let people tell on themselves. They've already said everything that you need to know. So why do you need to try to like get them to say it in a different way? It's time to like fucking chop. What are we doing? Like, there's an urgency that comes through with this, where it's just like people are showing you who they are. Fucking believe them. Stop trying to stop getting lost in the charisma and the poetry and the eloquence of the delivery and the tone and the voice and blah, blah, blah. You gotta watch. Like, pay attention. So how you can step up, I feel like, is saying less, observing more. Stop trying to control a narrative or have people see things a certain way. How you can step up is also acknowledging that you may not be having as much confidence in yourself as you need to be having, or need to be displaying at least. There could be something about, it's time to realize you are enough as you are. As I'm, I don't know, how does that song go? Her, as I am. You should love you exactly as you are, and you are worthy of being loved exactly as you are in this moment. And how you can step up is by learning how to be more efficient with your words, how to be more effective, how to be more vulnerable, how to be more truthful with your words. It's time to, how you can step up is by acknowledging that, you know, you have gifts and talents and skills that you need to develop and that you need to hone and tap into. And so it's time to stop just thinking about it. And when Mars goes direct, ooh, as soon as I said when Mars goes direct in Gemini, the sitting back pouting, the rumination of it all, it's not gonna be, that game, the part of the game is gonna be over. Yeah. And it's going to be all about how can I move forward and how can I get busy establishing happiness and joy for myself and fun too. So what areas in life do we need to lead? Like I said earlier, not everybody wants to lead, but there could be there's a need to cultivate leadership skills in some area of your life. And I want to tap into that. What areas of life are we needing to lead? For some of the world, for some of you, it has to do with travel, technology, friends, hopes, wishes, your community, humanitarianism, philanthropy, for some financial advising, property management, performance art, children, food, cooking, decorating, sexual connection, kundalini energy, traveling, exploration. Those are just some of the things, some areas of life you can step up and be a lead. Vulnerability, intimacy, nakedness, body positivity, fashion, apparel, accessories, like candle making, salves, apothecary stuff, herbalism, flowers, floral design. There's all kinds of things that are coming up, like things that you're good at that you could learn something about, give yourself some sort of education in regards to, acquire more knowledge and information and experience about this thing so that you can level yourself up in some way, and how you feel about yourself internally will start to be reflected in your external life. The joy, the pride from leveling yourself up, from developing a skill, from doing something that you love, that you're passionate about, being more structured and realistic about it, is going to put you in a position where you can be really proud of yourself. All right, so lastly, I want to ask, what actions are required to get sure-footed in the right direction? What actions are required to get sure-footed in the right direction? For everyone watching, remember to eat the meat, leave the bones. This new moon in Capricorn, December 23rd, 2022. Please show us what actions. Nine of Pentacles reversed. So what actions I feel like is there's a healthy amount of reflecting on the past and what did not work, what habits do not need to come with you in this next year, what connections don't need to come with you. What actions are required to get sure-footed in the right direction? I feel like look at your dark horse. Look at the decisions that you make when you ignore yourself or when you ignore your shadow. Start there. It's time to start with a place of like self-love and providing for yourself. And just making sure that you're not repeating the same mistakes. Making sure that you're in a place where you're able to be really genuinely generous with others in regards to your time, energy, and for some of you, money. Make sure that you're not being materialistic or superficial. That definitely will help. Wow. Knight of Pentacles reversed and then the Death card. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is like a need to take a little bit look in the past. This looks mirrored to me when I look at it. So, but that's still very interesting symbolism. The white and the black horse, the different directions that they're in, the connection, the way that they're both cut off at the same place. It looks like they're like, it's kind of cat doggy. But there is this need to look back in the past so you can honor what needs to end, and you can be honest about who you want to become, and what changes what sacrifices need to go down, what needs to be made, what room you can create so that bam, bam, you can receive. And you can get out of that place of being like defensive against the new because it's uncomfortable, because work is going to be required. Let me just go ahead and give you like spoiler alert. In order to get where you want to go, you're going to have to do some shit you ain't never done before. I love you, hon, but let's get real. And doing the same shit and expecting different results is just, you already know. And we aren't just going to spend time mismanaging our energy with insanity. And trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. You know? So it's time to get really factual, matter of fact about what needs to end so that you can receive. 3 of the 4 aces are out. 2 of them are reversed. So there is some sort of like fear, or it feels like a defensiveness against receiving what you know is for you, because you know it's big. I'm just going to say, because you know it's big. You know it's going to change your life, especially if it has to do with money, business, your physical body, passion, someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. There is this new connection that's coming in, and it feels like you need both hands. Ani DeFranco's Both Hands just played, so that's her as I am and Ani DeFranco's Both Hands. Musical homework. It's Capricorn season. Do your job. I love you. You got this.